All right, I wanted you all to be aware that there's a new Port of San Diego proposal that would put in jeopardy a proposed low-cost pod hotel. Hey, this is Brad Hobson, and I'm around San Diego. And that building right there, that's the Port of San Diego. That's their administrative offices. They've been here for a long time. It's right on Pacific Highway and Sassafras, right across the street from the San Diego Airport. And this update goes back to the fact that the Port of San Diego and the California Coastal Commission have been battling for many years over really what is the obligation of the Port of San Diego to provide some kind of affordable, low-cost housing, rental property within the tidelands that they control. Remember, the Port of San Diego controls all the waterfront property from South Bay all the way to Point Loma. And so there's been this contentious battle. Well, back in 2019, the Port of San Diego said, okay, hey, we got it. We understand. And so they put out a proposal, and they chose a company called Stay Open, which is an LA developer who has proposed to build a 226 stackable pod hotel. These are small, tiny 30 square foot units, but they would be super affordable housing. Well, now fast forward to late last year, the Port of San Diego got in discussions with SANDAG, the San Diego Association of Governments, because SANDAG has revised their overall plan, and one of the things they want to do is build a $4 billion transit center, and they think this might be a good location to do it. Now, SANDAG had, before that, said, we think maybe the Navy's complex in Old Town, the Navwar complex, that might have been a good location, but this is actually closer, and SANDAG has said, hey, this might work for us. So what you've got here now is a situation where the Port of San Diego is talking to SANDAG. They're talking to this developer who's feeling like they're strung out. They've already spent $400,000 on design fees. And so you've got these two entities kind of competing for this space. Now, the port has said, hey, we might be able to do both, but you've got this gigantic entity in SANDAG and a developer kind of battling. Now, here's one really important fact, and it's about the money part of this. The California Coastal Commission over the years, they've collected fees from developers who have done developments like hotels and resorts on the water, but they did not want to include affordable housing, so they charge these guys fees. Well, the Coastal Commission has $22 million in this account, and so back in 2019, when the Port of San Diego chose Stay Open LA, they said, hey, by the way, we can include $6.3 million to help subsidize this project so we can get this project done. Well, last year, the Port of San Diego said, whoops, time out. We can actually only give you $1 million. So of course you can imagine the developer's like, time out, that's not in our financial plan for this. Plus, we're 3 years later, construction costs have gone up. What's going on with the Port of San Diego? So then you've got the gigantic SANDAG who said, wait a minute, we think this might be a good spot for the transit center, which is going to include this incredible people mover and get people to and from the airport to the train station and so forth. So I want to know, what do you think? This is public property, basically. It's Port of San Diego. It's a public agency. What should they do? Should they do the Stay Open and do these little affordable pods? Should they do the gigantic $4 billion transit center and do a deal with SANDAG? Should they do both? I want to know what you think. A lot of information. I will definitely keep you up to date, but please let me know what you think. This is Brad Hobson, and I'm around San Diego.